All right, what is going on, my dude? So it is Shuri buff day. You guys know how freaking excited I was for Shuri to get buffed. I loved her before the buff, and she is so good after it, dude. So we're going to be rocking with a 6-star rank for Shuri today. Pretty much everything that you see in this video, she can do unawakened, which is absolutely incredible. Her stick ability is fantastic. It allows you to block unblockable special attacks and makes her an absolute Tankosaurus Rex. She's very tanky without it, but against special attacks at like Sig 200, by the way, you just block specials for days, unblockable or not. Perfect block all the way. Super great champ, man. But anyway, let's jump into it today. She's getting a rather simple buff, but it is so effective, kind of like Gore style. Yeah, I'm pretty darn excited about it, man. Basically, her shocks are coming down from 99 to 50 and getting a little bit more than double the potency. So overall, higher ceiling and also much quicker to ramp, and at the same time they're getting longer, and all of her specials pretty much refresh all of her shocks as well. So let's jump into it today, man. I'm going to show you a bunch of different rotations. So obviously with Battlegrounds, we want to go fast, right? So I'm going to show you a few different rotations, and funny enough, this one seems to be the fastest, and it's simply spamming special 1. So now, with how long the shocks last and with the specials refreshing the shocks, it's very easy to get to 20 shocks, right, before you have to use a special attack. And what that is going to do is give you a lot of these precision passives. Now at this point, you can do a heavy attack to mass convert them, but if you want to get the most damage per second, the guaranteed crits on your basic attacks are actually really nice. And from here, you just keep spamming the special 1, and the 20 shock debuffs will never go away because you're not mass converting them, right? And look at this, Deadpool is dead in about 40 seconds flat, 100% health, really solid. You can also do this sort of thing as well, where we're going to start the same way, get to 20, right? Bait out the opponent's special attack, and I like to counter with a nice heavy and mass convert those shocks. Now, you are sacrificing the shock debuff damage like this, right? But also the critical shocks, they do much more damage. And at this point, you build up to 10, you go for another special 1, right? And then we just kind of repeat that. You mass convert them, and you get a lot of passive shocks that way. This way is very efficient. However, it is slightly slower than the other one, right? You can also do the old classic way here, which is going for the special 1 all the way up to the special 2. Now this, in my opinion, is the best rotation for longer fights if you want to max out both of those shocks, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to get to special 2, and the reason why is because all of those passive shocks, all 18 of them, those are going to get converted into shock debuffs, okay? Then when you go for a special 1, you're going to have like 40 shocks, and you can get up to like the max of 50. So now basically it's looking like special 1, special 2, special 1, and she's fully ramped for that long form content, right? So depending on the fight in front of you, how you want to go about doing it, it's going to depend on the health pool on the defender. Really quick, I got to go publish my Atuma video on YouTube. It should be done uploading right now, so hopefully you already watched that one. It is now published. You love to see it. All right, so let's go against like Winter Soldier here. So we did some Battleground style health pools. Very solid for Battlegrounds now, especially against those mutants. You're going to get a lot of damage output. Now, Winter Soldier is kind of in that longer fight range, kind of, right? So we're going to go for the special 1, special 2, special 1. Now listen, you don't have to squeeze in 20 shock debuffs if that's too stressful for you, if it's not realistic for you in the fight. I like to do it now. It's tuned very nicely to be able to do that since the special 1 refreshes, right? And gives you a lot of passive shocks on the way up. So from here, what we're going to do is build up to special 2, okay? And we're almost there. It's going to give us a lot of shocks. And from here, it really starts to speed things up quite a bit. That untouchable is very powerful, by the way. No need to do those heavy attacks like I was doing. I'm so used to playing her with like her pre-buff state where like her shocks run out every like 5 seconds. So we really don't want that, right? But at this point, those 18 shock passives are going to be added onto the debuffs. And as you can see, we have 33. So now we have to do 7 hits before the special 1, and that's going to give us a lot of precisions, all right? So check this out. Right here, bam, all right? We have the untouchable ready to go as well, and we're gonna go ahead and untouchable through this. Oh, we're not, that's boring. Okay, anyway, heavy attack, Bam! 48 passive shocks, right? Now at this point, every single hit that we do is going to be doing a lot of damage. As you can see, he's completely melting. So this is a huge improvement from having to go like special 1, special 2, special 1, special 2, special 1, special 2 before you were ramped. Now it's just special 1, special 2, special 1. And now watch this. We're going to go for the special 3, and we have not even maxed out shock effects 100,000 special 2, and that's only going to get even higher when we get to 50 of each. As you can see, Winter Soldier is just flushed right down the toilet, man. We have no synergies here, no suicides on here, and the damage is really freaking good. And if we want to max it all the way out here against, for example, like StarLord, we have 50 and 50. We're going to heavy attack to combine them both together. Don't know why it does that, but the heavy attack makes a nice even single number. You love to see it. So at this point, no more shocks can be added. Again, we do have the white Magneto pre-fight here, so I might be adding like a little bit of damage on, but like, you know, no suicides, no synergies to increase. She has some very nice synergies like Black Panther, Misty Knight to increase the shock damage, but you don't need them because clearly she's doing very well on her own. This is just a rank 4 Shuri. Friendly reminder, Shuri is a 7-star in the initial 7-star pool. I have played with 7-star Shuri, and oh my god, the damage is ridiculously shocking. Let's go with shocking. Now, we're going to go for the special 3 here, and this is fully ramped. 50 shocks, 50 debuffs, and passives. Check it out here. We're going to pause for the red number, okay? Watch this. Bam! 130,000. Combine that with the 11,000 special 3, which is so hysterically small, but of course it's the red damage that matters here. 140k. So at this point in long form content, and the next abyss, and the next whatever, and big endgame content, once you're ramped, which takes about 90 seconds, you chain special 3s with some heavy attacks, 1 or 2 heavy attacks on the way up to keep your stuff refreshed, and you're just chaining 140k special 3s. Now, the reason why I don't love Omega Sentinel so much is because she's a little stressful to play, kind of like pre-buff Shuri. Her debuffs fall off too fast for me, her pause isn't long enough for me. It's my opinion, I know people don't agree, that's how I feel. And then the special 3 removes her effects. Shuri, what I've always loved is that after the special 3, with 140k special 3, you still have your 100 debuffs. 50 debuffs, 50 passives, 100 shocks. So you just chain this now. And at this point, look at this. Look at what we do here. We like don't watch. I'm not even gonna hit him. So he's let's go like where we refresh it with the heavy attack. He's at 68% health, 3.3 million health, right? I'm not even touching him. I'm not doing anything to him. He's draining 9,000 health per second, right? If this was like an endgame type abyss sort of thing, I think we use 3 or 4 special attacks. You put on Suicide Masteries, you're at 80% health, right? You don't have to use any more specials. The damage is going to be jacked all the way up for like a 5 million health pool, right? You don't even need them, clearly. Look at this. Look at how much health he's losing by not even touching him, not having to bait specials because you don't have to give him power. There's no power game. So yeah, man, we don't have the next Abyss yet. We don't have the next endgame, big, huge Everest content yet. But when we get it, I am pretty darn convinced Shuri is going to be really good for it. And if you take your 7-star Shuri to rank 2, oh baby, that's going to be pretty spicy damage. So of course, we already know she already countered a lot of really tough defenders really well. You know, we have Domino here, of course. We're mostly immune to her crit fail because we can't have our ability actually reduced. One thing I love about her ability accuracy immunity is that it's not just mutants. There are some champions like Nimrod or Omega Sentinel who can only have their ability accuracy not modified by mutants. With Shuri, it's all champions, so she just cannot have her ability accuracy modified. Absolutely love that, right? Here we got crit fail, though. I'm not even sure what that's from. It might be a bug. Domino's so stupid. We all know that, right? We have Apocalypse, right? So good for Apocalypse because you could phase through those special attacks. You absolutely love that. It's so much fun to do that, man. Here I actually messed it up. I went for the Dex, I went for the parry, and I missed both of them, which is... I like to go parry for the first 2 hits of your special 1, but unfortunately I messed it up there. But that's all right, because we're going to go for the special 1 with the 20 shocks, and that's pretty much going to be all that she wrote in a duel here, right? Completely flushed down the toilet. Now, another thing that's really, really great is her Sig ability that allows her to just block those unblockable special attacks. So against Sauron here, right, he's got that unblockable right now. Gonna go for the special one, he's still unblockable, and we just block it. And that's not just mutants, it's any champion, any unblockable special attack, any node, anything like that. It's just really, really darn solid. And another thing I've always really liked about her is that she doesn't gain the precision buff from the dexterity mastery, okay? That makes her very solid for fighting mystic champions because she's pretty much immune to Mystic Dispersion in Battlegrounds and Alliance War, which is fantastic, right? Also, she'll be great for Buffet, Power Snack, those kind of nodes, because she will never gain any buffs unless the node or defender puts them onto you, which is very, very solid, right? You have that Untouchable to just go right through this entire thing if we wanted to, but we parried it so we can get some shocks. Yeah, man. So, Attuma buff, really darn solid. Shuri buff, absolutely insane. Just a really, really great day for buffs, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm very, 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 very happy with the Shuri buff and the Attuma buff too, man. But Shuri, I have loved her for a very, very long time. I thought she was great pre-buff, just like a little bit long on the ramp up. But now, as you saw in that first clip, man, you kind of just like can spam the special ones, and then you get guaranteed crits, and you get the passive critical shocks. Really, really solid stuff, man. Really solid stuff. I'm excited to put them both into my Battlegrounds deck and just have some fun with them, man. But this is probably right here the way to go if you want the most damage output, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, her guaranteed crits aren't enormous guaranteed crits, but it's still a very decent boost in damage across the board because you get to keep the shocks, right? And you also get just more damage on your basic hits. So really darn solid, man. Just really solid stuff. All right, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like. Let me know what you think about Shuri with her buff in the comment section below. If you haven't seen the Attuma video, go and check it out real quick. He does some pretty spicy stuff, man. But that's it for this one. Shuri and Attuma, thank you for finally joining the game. It took you about 6 months to get to your final state, but we're happy to have you here. That's it for this one. I'll be seeing you around.